the whole thing to prevent them from getting sunburned. And as you get deeper into the tongue, it becomes less essential to have that pigment. The only problem I really have with this tongue is you shouldn't be able to see the whole thing going back like all the way to the back of the mouth, because the tongue actually comes out of a little sheath right about here, and everything back here should actually be the glottis, which is the windpipe that snakes have. What? That they can kind of extend forward, or when their mouth is closed, plug into their nostrils up above. So there should be a
what?
Tube here with just the tongue sticking out from underneath that. It also should have a lot more teeth than this, but they should be considerably smaller than this. These would be like the biggest, thickest teeth of any snake this size on the planet, though.
Wait, what the fuck? Was zur Hölle? What the fuck? I got them. 9. Snakes have a small opening just behind the tongue called the glottis, which opens into the trachea or windpipe. Unlike that, what mammals have, the reptile glottis is always closed, forming a vertical slit unless the snake takes a breath. What? A small piece of cartilage just inside the glottis vibrates when the snake's... This produces a snake's... This produces a snake's characteristic hiss. That's where that comes from! Snakes are able to extend the glottis. What? Outside, out of the side of their mouth? What? That's not a snake, das ist ein Frosch, Alter. That's a frog. That's a lizard. Where's the snakes? There's a snake. Are you gonna show me how they breathe? I don't think they will. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, in the first quarter of the snake's trachea, yellow arrow. Thyroid, T. And jugular vein, blue arrow. First part of the snake's trachea. That's here. Over here. Okay. What the fuck is H? Thyroid, T, jugular vein, blue arrow, carotid artery, red arrow, and heart. That's the fucking heart? Trachea is a long, strong cartilage. Incomplete? Let's see. A thin membrane completes the open part of the C. What? Also seen in lizards. Why don't they have complete rings? Yeah, they don't know. Trachea usually terminates just in front of the heart, and at points, and at this point it splits into two primary bronchi, always airways that direct air into either the left or the right lung. That's not what happens in that picture. What the fuck? Anyway, in most snakes, the short left bronchus terminates in tissue. Oh god. A rudimentary left lung. The size and functional capacity of this lung varies depending on the species. It can be complete in some of the water snakes where it's used for hydrostatic purposes. Oh, I get that. Both. Anyway, I kind of want to take that goddamn test to see how ridiculous it is. I'm going to take a screenshot of it. The liver? Oh yeah, that's the liver, right. It's air sac pushing. Yeah, that is an air sac. Where's the lung? Oh my god. They have tiny lungs. Well, what did I expect? It's a snake. Where would the lung go? What the fuck? They don't have a diaphragm? What? Wait, I got them some. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Was zur Hölle passiert hier? What the fuck? Okay. What the fuck? Okay, so this is a snake. Oh, alright. Now it makes more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense now. I get it. That makes more sense. Way more sense now. I have to. Fuck. Okay. That's not what I was looking for. Okay, but what the fuck? Like, I'm looking for how the fuck they do it. Okay, I gotta watch that.
Your glottis is showing. Just thought you should know. Oof. What is a glottis, you might ask? Well, it's that opening right there, the opening and closing. Snakes can't chew, so they swallow their prey whole. So how do they breathe? Well, they basically use a snorkel. When a snake's mouth is closed, it acts as, our windpipes do. The air comes through the nose and through the glottis. But when the mouth is open
Oh,
and
that's
they're eating, they are able to push it out through the front of their mouth and be able to breathe even when their
what
mouth
in
is
the fuck?
completely, closed up with something else. So it's a cool little adaptation and allows them to swallow prey whole. Um, hey, bud, your glottis is showing. Just thought you should know. Oof. What is a glottis, you might ask? Well, it's that opening right there, the
Holy
opening and
shit.
closing. Snakes can't chew, so they swallow their prey whole. So
Holy shit, that's how it works. Okay. That's awesome, to be honest. That's really cool, honestly. Okay. Okay, so oh my god. Wish I got a minute. What the fuck? Okay. Holy shit. How does it feel to be forgotten? How does Minesweeper work? Good question. I will find that out, but first I want to know, how does nicht Dewey, es does does the snake how do they do that? That's what I want to know. Which is like, wow. The two nostrils are connected to the cavities. Okay. Well, that's not all I wanted to know, but it is nice to know now. Oh, now I get it. It goes from here to up here. Like, up here, it connects when the mouth is closed. Ah, now I get it. Now I get it. Now it makes sense. Yeah, okay, now I'm okay.
Size on the planet, though it's totally understandable why it would be that way, given the
What?
right about here, and everything back
Ah,
here
that's
should
a good
actually
image,
be the
by the way.
glottis, which is the windpipe that snakes have that they can kind of extend forward, or when their mouth is closed, plug into their nostrils up above. So there should be a tube here with just the tongue sticking out from
Yeah, that's
underneath
absolutely
that. It also
anatomically
should have a lot
incorrect.
more teeth than this, but they should be considerably smaller than this. These would be like the biggest, thickest teeth of any snake this size on the planet, though it's totally understandable why it would be that way given the material it's made out of. It's really not bad. The scales on its back are not overlapping. They're kind of more like crocodilian scales in the way that they're structured.
Okay, ich
But
glaube,
I really
newest
don't think they're a
hyperfixation.
bad
Fuck, man.
representation of snake scales, and these would be
Now I want a snake.
way easier to
I have
sculpt
nowhere to
than
store
a whole
the
bunch
snake.
of individual snake scales, though we will say here in a minute that that is possible.
I have a cat. I can't have a snake. The cat will eat the snake. Or if it doesn't, the snake will eat the cat when it gets bigger. Fuck. God damn it. I really want a snake now. Fuck. I can't have a snake. I cannot have a snake. Ich muss unbedingt ein fucking Video anschauen, wie das funktioniert, wenn die den Mund zumachen. Irgendwie ein fucking X-Ray oder MRI oder wie das so heißt. CT, fucking, I don't care. So ein Video von mir aus, so ein fucking Röntgenbild. Aber ich muss sehen, wie es funktioniert. Fuck. Zeit für meine ADHS-Medikation. Maybe it will be controllable. It probably won't. It won't.
More excited about, though, is actually the belly on this snake, because if you get a good look at it, they don't have the same sort of scalation on the belly that they have on the top. These are proper scutes, which is actually an attribute unique to snakes, something that you can use to identify them and distinguish them from other legless lizards. It doesn't seem to have any sort of hind legs, which any python or at least male
Hind
boa,
legs.
though most boas have them. There are a few females that don't. So that is a bit of an oversight. If this is actually supposed to be a python, it should have some tiny legs. It doesn't. It does, however, arguably have a short tail. I don't think this is necessarily meant to be the vent. I think this is just one of many.
Fucking Werbung. Meine Hand juckt. So jetzt.
Points where they had to attach individual tubes in order to make it, but this tail section is relatively short, and if you view that as the whole tail, that's actually pretty accurate. Snakes, surprisingly to most people,
That's grasping at straws,
not
sorry.
only skeletons, but tiny, short little tails. They've got very, very long bodies, very short tails. A lot of people think they're basically tail from the head back. They're actually barely tail at all, and that's another thing you can use to distinguish snakes from most other lizards. This one, I see no signs of labial pits, which are the infrared detecting heat pits that pythons have.
Holy shit!
In the scales on their
Okay.
lips.
New hyperfixation
This guy
unlocked.
doesn't
Snake
have them.
anatomy.
It could
Snake
be
anatomy. Fuck.
part of the genus Aspidites, but these would be your womas and your blackhead pythons. But this patterning looks nothing like a woma or a blackhead python. So I don't know of any other pythons that don't have these pits. I also know of literally 0 pythons.
Okay, new hyperfixation unlocked. Snake anatomy. I will be talking about nothing but snake anatomy for like at least a few days now. Fuck. Ooh. Ooh, pretty trees. Outside. Ooh, pretty. I can't show you. I would dox myself. Sorry. It's very recognizable. If you live anywhere close to me, you will immediately know where I live, so I can't do that. Okay, bye.